Now we'll go into archiving and patient management. I've inserted a USB, and down here there's no longer an X in the USB. If I click here, I can remove it or leave it. Right now I'm going to leave it because I'm going to export images to it. Let's go to the archive by click Others and click Archive. Here we have all of the patients that have been on there with images or no images, and if I want to select, I also have UDisc A, which shows anything that's on that disk. Now, along the top, we have copy, paste, delete, recall, send, search, new directory, and select multiple exams. We'll start with the search. We'll type in test, and we'll click OK. Here I show 3 different tests, and if I didn't like that search, I can click the back arrow here. And click search again, and I'm going to type in the keyword test. Again, click OK. Now I can do a number of things with this here. I can do send, which will send it to my DICOM server, which must be set up, and I'll show that in a movie on system setup and customization. I'm going to click on UDisc A, and I'm going to add a directory to this. Okay, so what I did here, now notice I have tabs here. One is local, and that shows what's on here. I also have UDisc A, which shows the files that are stored on my USB disk. Now if I want to export to this USB disk, I'm first going to create a new directory, new dir. I'm going to give it a name. I'll say the test patient, or just test. Click OK. Oops. And there I have my folder. I'm going to open it up by double clicking. Now let's go back to my local disk. I'm going to select a few exams. I'm going to select this one, and they're both highlighted. In order to put them onto my USB disk, I need to copy and paste them, much like you would do on a computer. I'm going to copy. I'm going to select UDisc A, and I still am in this test. It'll say UDisc A, and that's my path, test. So that's the right folder I want to be in, and I'm going to click paste. Are you sure you want to paste the selected items? Yes, I am. And now it copies those files over to my USB disk. Now if I want to delete one of those, I can click on it and I can choose delete. If I want to look at it, I can click recall. Oops. And it pulls up all these images I took previously on that patient. And I can look at all of those, and I can still make annotations on them. I can make measurements on them, or do anything I did from that frozen image. I can also print based on whatever printers are hooked up. I do not have any hooked up right now. When I want to go back, I'm going to click freeze to unfreeze, hit others again, go back to my archive. And here I have everything again, and I know that on my USB disk I have these 2 folders, and I can click recall to go through those exams again, which I can also do from the local disk. And there's images that I saved. Now let's go back. I'm going to unfreeze to get back to my 2D imaging. And now, since I've recalled that, notice that these images are still, I've unfrozen the image, but these images are still on screen. I can continue exams with this patient that I've recalled. And this is how you would recall a previous exam if you didn't do it through the patient exam screen. So I can go ahead and image, freeze, and save images, which will also go to that patient. Let's say I wanted to make that measurement, take a measurement on there. I'm just going to take a basic volume, 2-axis, click, drag, switch, click, drag, and let's say I'm done, and now that's there. I'm going to click back, and let's say I want to go to the report. Now I have the patient name. Now if I want to add an image, I'm going to hit click to select images, and let's say I want to add that to the report. And we'll add this one. I'm going to click done. Now I have those 3 images added to the report. If I want to add any descriptions, I click in the description box. And there I have that. I can save this report by hitting save, print it, or export it, which will allow me to export it to the DICOM or the USB. Here it says the PDF has been exported successfully. I can export it to a PDF file, which will allow me to export it to disk with that patient information, and I can pull it up as a PDF report on a different screen if I don't want to print it here or save it in a patient file somewhere. I'm going to click X here, and I'm done with that. So if I'm done with this USB disk, I need to hit here, say remove UDisk A safely. Click here. It has the X through it. I can remove that, and I'm ready to go.